Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Wildflower Wool YouTube channel. I'm Louise from Wildflower Wool. It's Monday night, which means it is cast on time. It is time to see what you all had voted for. We'll talk about the two yarns you were voting for, the projects I'm thinking of for the winning yarn, and we'll talk about last week's project and a couple of other things that I'm working on, and then we'll round out the hour chatting about what you all are working on and maybe a little bit about what's going on over at the Fiber Friends. So, voting for this week. Two incredible yarns. I knew this was going to be a tough one for you guys to vote on because I wasn't entirely sure what I would have picked. So, let me grab the yarn. One of them was stash yarn and one of them was new yarn. Hi, Susanna. Hi, Nikki. So, you were voting for the yarn on the left was the yarn that I had found sometime in the last week. It was yarn that I had bought last year at Woolstock, one of our local fiber festivals, which is coming up here in 2 Saturdays. So, this yarn I had bought last year, almost exactly a year ago, and then I very promptly put it away in a very safe place and did not find it until maybe it was last weekend. Anyways, this is 2 skeins of yarn from Hoko Hoko. She is a local yarn dyer here in St. Thomas. Her name is Elizabeth. She's a very lovely woman. She's the lady that I bought my DK sock yarn from at Kitchener's Knitter Fair a couple, what was that, 2 or 3 weeks ago? Anyways, so these I bought thinking that I would hold the yarn together and make a shawl. And I still would like to do that. So let's take a look at the yarns. So this one here, it says, what is it? It is Fuzzy Peach is the colorway. Look at that. Oranges and greens, corals. It is fingering weight. It is sock. It's fingering slash sock yarn. 100 grams. The length is 350 meters, 382 yards. 100% superwash merino. So that's why it is going to be a shawl because there's no nylon in there. But isn't it gorgeous? Like all the fall colors in there. It is beautiful. And then I saw this one and I thought, oh, when they look so good together. So let's see. What does it say on here? It says, oh my gosh, the color name is Tulip. That probably sold me right there and then. It is 70% kid mohair, 30% silk. I didn't even realize that till right now. This must have been, oh, it's lace weight. So 400 meters, 437 yards. Oh my gosh. Tulip. It totally looks like tulips. Dark green, the peachy colors. So lovely. So these are the two. Every time I knit with silk, I always come back here the following week and I'm like, you guys, why am I not knitting with silk? I just want everything I knit with to be silk. Well, obviously, I was in that way of thinking and bought silk. So this was one of the options. I've been stuck in my stash for a year. This yarn just came home with me on Saturday after I finished teaching a sock knitting class at the Thoughtful Artisan in Woodstock. I was taking a look at the sock yarn. This was the third Saturday in a row I had been there teaching. And so, of course, after you're done the class, everybody just kind of wanders out of the classroom and into the yarn shop area, and you just have to look at all of the yarn. So I'm really in sock mode this last little bit. So I was looking at sock yarn, and I saw this one, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a Halloween colorway. It is so from Timber Fibers. It is her twin sock, and it is all Hallows Eve. So you've got purples and oranges, yellow, black. Um, Heather is the dyer behind Timber Yarns. She's another local yarn dyer to us. And Heather is she dyes self-striping. So that is what Timber Yarns is known for. And it is always, always, always gorgeous. So I was like, huh, I feel like I'm on a sock knitting roll. I could start these and finish these and wear them for this Halloween. Was my plan. So I thought, okay, I'm going to put the two things, a beautiful fall colored shawl, Halloween seasonal socks. And I was letting you guys decide what is going to be this week's project. And the voting, my goodness, was so close. I didn't even know until I literally added everything up which one was going to come out on top. There was there was a lot of comments. So I read every single comment that you guys leave. So you can always vote here on YouTube, Facebook, and two spots on Instagram in the grid and in stories. So if there's something that you really, 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 really want to win, you can go vote in all four places. So there was, of course, there were some comments about Louise, really Halloween socks this close to Halloween in the same month. Those people voted for the shawl. You are not wrong. You are not wrong, Liz. You were one of those people. um, but you need to be on a sock. I know. I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be. And then there was other people who said, you know what, the shawl yarn is super, super gorgeous, but you already have a bunch of shawls on the needles, so they voted for sock yarn. There were some people who were like, oh my gosh, they are both super, super gorgeous. And then some people, they were like, if I really have to pick, some people voted socks, some people voted shawls. There was a lot of people who were just like, oh my goodness, go for the stripes. They are amazing, which they absolutely are. And in the end, the winning yarn won with only 55% of the votes. So it was really, really, really close. Um, so okay, I'm just looking at the comments here. A leak in the wall is terrible. Oh no, somebody's had something it's going. I see flooring and a leak. That does not sound good. All right. Hi, everybody who's in the chat. Liz is giving me the drum roll, which means it is time to tell you which one of these two fabulous yarns is going to be this week's winning project. So insert your own drum roll here, dramatic pause, and the project that I'm casting on this week is Timber Yarns Halloween Socks. So I, Diane is saying, yay, socks. You guys, I don't know. This morning, I was kind of leaning towards the socks. And then this afternoon, every time I would kind of take a peek into Instagram stories and see what was leading in the poll, I just kept looking at the picture of this yarn and I'm like, oh, I really, really, really want to knit this. So I was really stuck. And and so I don't know. I would have been super, super happy with either one because I mean, how can you go wrong? They are both absolutely gorgeous. So what is everybody saying? Dawn saying woohoo. Nancy can't wait to see them. Sabrina, so I want to see them finished. I know you guys. I like these are going to be done. I have a needle already. It's sitting right here. I found a little 9-inch circular when I was doing some organizing. You guys, I did some serious, serious yarn organizing this weekend. And almost all of the yarn in this room has been sorted. Almost, like just Well, since I just a little bit, but there's a few bags that I still haven't gone through. But this room is pretty much done. But that doesn't mean that's all the yarn. There's more in other rooms that I now need to bring into here and sort and put on the appropriate wall and shelf. But anyways, that's another project for another day. But while I was sorting through there, I did actually pull out a couple of projects. There was, hmm, I don't know. There was a couple things I looked at and I'm like, I can't even remember what this was. And I'm thinking it was probably um from a few couple years ago. I don't think it was a new start this year. So I did I took the needles out and just put the yarn back on the shelf. So, having said that, I found a little 9-inch circular that I am going to start these. And you know what? So twin socks. The whole idea of this being split here is so you can start your socks and they're going to match. So I'm kind of thinking maybe, oh, Eric socks. Uh-oh. Okay, I maybe didn't exactly forget about Eric socks. I just got excited about something new. That's okay, Liz. Don't just wait. Just hold on. This is the month I am going to shock all of you and myself. It is. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Next week, like this week, there's only 3 more, well, for me, I only have 3 more work days this week, and then I have a 4-day long weekend, but, it is I say that thinking I'm gonna have 4 days, I can just knit all the time, but it's not, it's our Thanksgiving. So that means there is going to be family stuff going on, there's going to be cooking, there's gonna be baking, there's gonna be a big family celebration, so that's gonna cut down on my knitting, but there's still gonna be lots of time in there to work on Eric socks. And anyways, these guys, you find your end, you start, they're gonna match. So they're dyed so they'll match. I just might see if I can find well, I do. I have a set of DPNs that are now freed from the yarn. Who was saying that? Was that Cheryl? Was that somebody else? Or was that Jocelyn Friday night about instead of being having a finish, I can say I have freed the needles from the yarn. Um, so I have a finish to show you. So I could actually cast on both of these and I could knit them at the same time. I think I just might do that. That might, I don't know, that just might be a fun thing to do. And I haven't knit 2 at a time socks in like forever. So I think I might just do that for fun. Okay. Liz, you said I love the colorway, but colorway of the socks, but you're afraid I won't get them done? Um, Socks, Eric socks, and now these. I know. That's all right. You can never have too many socks on the needles, right? So this is it, you guys. All Hallows Eve. This is going to be so fun to knit up, and just it's going to be one of these ones. I swear, self-striping socks knit up faster than anything else because you just want to see. Oh, okay. I just totally contradicted myself there. But you just want to see the next color. So as I said that, I thought about my dainty socks that are self-striping, and I'm like, okay, that totally did not happen on those pair. um, it could be Sabrina. You might be right, but would it be enough that it would really impact the striping? So if you haven't read the comments, if you're just sitting and listening and knitting, Sabrina said, I think the gauge will be different if I use DPNs on one pair or one sock and a little circular on the other. Maybe. Maybe it's a good way to experiment. Nikki's doing 2 at a time on the circular. Oh, even heel socks on one circular. So magic loop. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. That Yeah, no, I would much rather just have 2 separate needles. So maybe I could find another 9-inch. I guess there's no sense borrowing trouble, right? I could just see if I could find another 9-inch circular. I'm sure if I looked a little bit, I could I could find that. Okay. Now, you guys, some of you guys will see. Oh, okay. So Cindy says you were thinking the same thing. Might be a little different in size. I feel like that's just a good experiment to do. It doesn't worry me enough to not do it. If they don't exactly match, am I going to be sad? Am I going to care? Nope, probably not. I'm really going with the motto of better done than perfect. I'm really trying to embrace that. So look at you guys. Some of you may have seen this already. When did I show this? Saturday with Cheryl on the Fiber Friends podcast. But um, okay, the 9-inch circular. I think that was this is the 3.25. This came off my DK socks, so can't use that for Halloween socks. But okay, okay, I keep dropping this. This is crazy. Okay, dainty socks that have been on the needles for a year and a half, and there's been no excuse for this, but they're done. They're done. Two toes. This one's still, I'm still attached. I haven't wove the end in, but that doesn't count. It still is a finish. So, oh, Susie says your gauge is about 1 stitch different on a 9-inch versus on Magic Loop. Isn't that interesting? 1 stitch, that's quite a bit of difference. Okay, well, I can measure my gauge on different socks, but I don't know if I've ever found my gauge to be that much different between, um, yeah, different methods of knitting in the round, but that's interesting. So they're done. They're done. They're done. They're done. Let's take a second to look at these in detail. Patton's Classic Wool. No, Patton's Croy. Patton's Croy. Sock yarn. This is an old colorway. Sweet Stripes, I believe it is. Sweet Stripes, yes. And it is super sweet. I wish they would bring this back because it is really, really cute. Um, Dainty Socks. This is, I believe it's a Lisa Much pattern. And it's super cute. So there's the little picot cuff on here. I do mine, I knit the whatever, I think it was so many rows you had to knit. I did that. I did the yarn overs and then I just kept knitting. And then at the end, I just folded it down and just kind of whip stitched it down is how I chose to do it as instead of knitting it together right at when you're doing the cuff. But either way is fine. It is a heel flap heel on here and I believe this is the Dutch heel. Very, very fun, but you can see how it's square. It is not the triangle that what I kind of think when I think of heel flap and gusset. This normally you start with just a few stitches and then you increase out till you get to all your side stitches gone. So this one here you just worked straight. It was really, really fun to do. And then of course just regular picking up your stitches, decreasing them away down to the toe, Kitchener stitch it closed, just like that. Done. Took me forever to get a shorty pair of socks done. But you know what? They are now done, and I'm still going to wear them this fall, even though they're shorties, because shorties you automatically think of as summertime, but not necessarily, right? So, and I know they really are summer colors, but I'm just going to wear them because they're done. So I'm going to enjoy them and I'm going to wear them for a little bit until, it's like really super duper cold and I need a full leg sock. So I have a pair of socks done. I did jet those on DPNs So I have a pair of DPNs that are freed up that I could cast on the Halloween socks with. What else did I work on? Okay, let's talk about socks. I have another pair here. These are my DK socks. And now, while they are not completely finished, if I remember correctly, they're close enough that we're maybe just going to call them finished because I could finish them tonight. If I'd had a little bit more time after work tonight, I would have finished them, but I did not. So this is sock one that I have had done for like 3 weeks. This is sock two. And if I recall correctly, I think I have one more decrease round to do on the toes, and then I'm ready to Kitchener stitch. So, can't be any more closer than that, can you? Probably not. So you can see there. Can you see? I don't know. Can you? Um, Decreases. I'm pretty sure I might have one or two. What do I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 2 decrease rounds to do. And did I end on a decrease round or a knit round? I'm not sure. I'll have to look back and see if I can read my stitches on here. So I either have 3 or 4 rounds to do, and then Kitchener stitch. So super close. Oh, Nancy, if you're interested, I could send you some 9-inch circulars. Nancy, do you have ones that you're not using? Um, I could, oh, I apparently seem to always need more, but um, that is up to you. You don't feel like you need to. Let's say not working on much of okay. I'm gonna have to go back and read comments. Only because she needed the needle. Oh, what is that? My gauge. Oh, this says your gauge doesn't change. Okay, see, that's what I want to hear. So that's between um all the different ways. Magic Loop, DPNs. I showed them Friday night as well. Okay, so most of you have already seen them. But a finish is a finish and it needs to be shown off multiple times, especially for me. Oh, Nancy, you haven't tried them yet? Okay, well try them because you may love them. So it's interesting. I know the little 9-inch circular is one of those ones that people either love it or they hate it, usually. It's one of those ones, right, that people either find it too awkward, maybe if they have larger hands or if they have wrist problems, they just find it really too tiny and not comfortable to knit with. Other people just, love their magic loop. Some people love their DPNs. There was 2 knitters this past weekend that tried the 9-inch circular. I guess after the weekend before, they bought a 9-inch circular, took it home because they thought, oh, they were thinking DPNs were not for them. They really wanted to try the 9-inch circular. So they took it home, started working on their sock. They came back on Saturday. I'm like, okay, what was the verdict? And honestly, you guys, I expected them to say that they loved the 9-inch and that was what they were doing. They weren't looking back. Nope. Both of them said nope. They actually ended up preferring using their double pointed. So who knows, right? Liz, you love your flexi flips. My flexi flips are on a project somewhere that I have not found yet. So I will hopefully be finding those sometime soon. Nancy, you bought one when Adrian and you and I only started knitting socks this summer. Okay, so you have had them for a little while. Well, give them a try and see how you like them. Because yeah, I absolutely love them just because it just saves that little bit of time from switching from DPNs, needle to needle, magic loop, just get orientating your needles and getting them all ready for the next round. 9-inch, you don't need to do that. You can just go. But whatever you like, I mean, whatever you like is the best way for you. But anyways, guys, I am like super close. 2 pairs of socks in 1 week. That does not happen for me very often, but here they are. So this is yarn. This is a one of a kind yarn. It's a DK yarn. Not entirely sure if this was really meant to be sock yarn, but it is DK weight. It's a superwash merino, and it does have nylon in it. I think it's um 85 15. I think there's only 15% nylon in here, so there's not a lot. It's a little less than I normally would like, but I thought, I'm gonna give it a go. Anyway, so that's that. Its colorway is just one of a kind, but it's super fun. I love the blue in there with the burgundy, and it's gorgeous. I really, really like it. So, anyways, I think I will finish these up tonight. That'll free up DPNs, but they're 3.25s because it's DK weight. So that's not going to help. Halloween socks. But anyways, these guys are almost finished. You guys, if you have not knit DK socks, I would highly suggest it. I know some people think that DK weight is a little bit too thick to wear in shoes, but I don't know. I don't think that's going to be a problem for me. I guess I will let you know once I get these finished and I wear them, but they are fast, super, super, super fast to knit. My students, who we had 3 classes, 2 of them finished a full pair in the 3 weeks. So, it can be quick, which is why I'm jumping on the DK sock wagon here. What else did I work on? Let me Oh, I've got one more thing down here. Hold on. Oh, actually, last week's project is done but not done. That seems to be a little bit of a trend this weekend. It's like I'm so close, but not quite there. So this was the Bernat um, Bernat blanket big that you guys voted for last week, and it took almost the whole ball. There's not a lot of yardage. I did not bring up the ball band for this, but I do have a little bit left. But this is it. I did knit this one flat and just sewed it up. The bottom, I'm not gonna worry about this because it it's just gonna be sitting flat. So I'm not gonna worry. And I'm just gonna turn the seam to the back, and this is gonna be it. Now what I've got is twine. I have got this twine here that I really want to use on here, but haven't got that far yet. And I'm going to get just going to use a stick for the stem on here. This one here, oh, put a button on the bottom. Alice, that's a great idea. Yeah, I just really want this one to look very rustic-y. So I'm going to use the twine on this one because I think using such like thick yarn to wrap around here, I don't think I want to do that. So I'm going to put the twine, use it, just break off a stick, stick that in here, and wrap some twine around for a bow is what I'm planning on for this one. So this one here it was fun to knit. I knit it on 15 millimeter needles, 20 stitches is what I did. And this is the size I've got. So once I'm finished it will be probably about like that. So it was fun to knit. I am on a pumpkin roll, you guys. Um, Let me show you. I've got another little one here. Today I did 4 other pumpkins. I only have one here, but I did do 4. Um, 2 different shades of orange, and I did do a white one. But I gave all the others away. I was at work today, and I had brought with me the little circular knitting machine. This is a 22 pin, the Centro, and this guy was knit on here. So you can see it does, well, that's not too bad, but it does shrink a bit. So it looks bigger than it's going to be in the end. And this guy knits up so quick. Just cranking. I did 30 rounds. This is just a an orange yarn that came from a dollar store around here. It's just kind of like some craft yarn. And I did 30 rounds. 30 rounds, cinched up the bottom, stuffed it, put a pipe cleaner in, and cinched up the top. And then Susie, so what I did, I just left when I pulled the live stitches, you just take and pick up every stitch off the pins, and then you just pull it like a drawstring. So I left a really long tail of yarn, and then I just divided it into six. And if you look, it's not even. I just totally eyeballed it, but I'm like, nah, I think that gives it a little character. Not all pumpkins are perfectly symmetrical. So what I did was I just brought had the yarn coming up here. I just brought it down the side and then just put the darning needle up through the center bottom and pulled it up the top and then just really pulled it and it just cinched it all in. Then I had my yarn. I brought it over on the other side, so to split it in half, and did the same thing on the other half and up through the bottom, and gave it a good tug. And then I just did on each half, I did another one, and then came over across the halfway that I did the original one, and did two more, and just kept going through, down through the top, laid it where I wanted it, pulled it out through the bottom, and you just give it a tug because it ends up being it really, really shrinks it down. But this turned out so cute, and then I had I just had a bag that, I had put together last fall that had some orange yarn. This was worsted weight. I did have some orange that was, Astra, so a DK sport weight. And it worked okay in the machine. It was a little finer, but they turned out cute as well. I did some white ones, took no time at all. And the clients that I was working with, they nobody wanted to crank it and make their own, but they were very willing to sit and watch me do them. And then they absolutely loved them. So I left one or two with everybody that I saw today. So I ended up with one left over for me. But they're really, really cute and super fast just to crank out. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a bunch more because they were really, really fun. And I've got little cinnamon sticks. I don't cinnamon sticks weren't in my bag from last year. I just had pipe cleaners. So some of them I'm gonna put cinnamon sticks in, some of them I may just use an actual little twig. We'll see. But let me tell you, they're very addicting and very, very quick to do. I feel now like I need to all year long just pick up orange yarn, white yarn, red, green, fall and Christmassy colors just for all of the little craft projects. One of the ladies that I was working with today who was watching me do this, she is like, "Oh, it won't be long and you'll be able to do Christmas ones." And I'm like, "Yes, you are correct." So I have a little plan. I get an idea and then I get totally, you know, distracted by it. But I have a little plan that I'm going to try and do with these pumpkins. And hopefully, I will have this little project done for next Monday when we are back here chatting. I think it's going to turn out super, super cute. So, yeah, I'm just going to crank out a few more pumpkins and do a bunch of decorating. What else? Oh, I have one more project. My never ending shawl is here. I did do quite a bit of knitting on it. And this is, oh my gosh, I stopped mid-row. What was I thinking? Did I drop any stitches? Ooh, maybe one. Okay. Let me grab this before it. Yes, okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be a little hard to show you. But remember when I was way down here, when I was just starting to get into the tealy color, I was so excited to be out of the gray. Well, now look at how far I am. I'm getting into the darker. It's getting darker. This is what I've got left. Look at my poor little ball. It is getting I'm knitting it up, you guys. This is going to be finished. This is going to be finished, or maybe sooner than I had thought. I was starting to think this was going to be taking me forever and ever and ever. But I think I am on my second last color. So I think there's just that marled colorway. And then the very last, the really deep tealy color. Um, oh, fuzz. It's amazing. Things show up in the camera way more than they do in person. But oh, no, I can't weigh it. I've got stuff on my scale. But last week I weighed this. There was 45 grams left. And oh, I don't- I'm getting there. I'm getting there slowly but surely. This is going to be this is going to be done. It's going to be done soon. Um, oh, Susie, you're gonna have to dig. Oh, yours up. So do you have a crank machine? Or just your pumpkin and your needles? I mean, you could totally just knit these, on a little 9-inch circular or DPNs, or you could do them flat and just seam it up. Same kind of thing. I mean, that's what I did with this big one. So I am excited to finish this one and see how it's gonna end up being. Um, the big yarn, I don't know. I mean, it does knit up quick, but it is a little awkward. And I did knit it tight because I didn't want um, the stuffing to show through this one. So I was glad that it wasn't a big project because it is hard on your wrists for sure with the big yarn and the big needles. But anyways, the shawl, never ending shawl is getting super close to being finished. Um, exactly, Liz. I know. It's like do as I say, not as I do, right? I do. I always tell people don't stop mid row. And then I do it myself. But, ugh, and I think I dropped down 2 rows. I will fix that later. I'll figure that out. But it is getting really, really close. I'm super happy to be able to cast this off. I found oh, I found another well, my other shawl I showed you. You guys, I have a bag of projects that I found. My bag is overflowing. I don't even know if I can show it to you without everything falling everywhere. Ooh, can I pick it up? So this is the blanket. This is a blanket. And then I have a shopping bag. So just a regular shopping bag here. And it is filled with projects that are started. Um, I'm going to sort through these. There was really, I think only one that I really questioned if I would keep going. All the rest, I knew what they were, and I will have to see which ones I'm going to work on, if there's any that I really don't want to do, and will I rip them out or will I keep going? Because the crochet challenge starts in January. If anybody's watching who has not heard us talking about the crochet challenge, Yarn Utopia has a series of videos, one crochet block for every day of the year. Jocelyn and I and a few other adventurous knitters and crocheters are going to attempt to do 365 blocks. It is going to be so much fun. Um, anyways, do I have, oh, I have minis here. I have a bag of minis. What else? This is all my yarn sorting stuff that I have here. Um, oh, this is stuff that I haven't totally finished sorting, but there's some. This refine. Has anybody used that? I've got a couple of balls here, and I don't know what I was thinking about doing with it. If I don't know if that was going to be a shawl because I think I only have two balls of it. But Thoughtful Artisan has some more of this, and I may pick up more. I don't know what I'll do with these two. Maybe just a shawl. We longtime knitters flaunt those. Oh, we love living dangerously. What, stopping in the middle of the road kind of thing? Oh, Suzanne, you're making the autumn leaves knit cowl. I would have qualified for Sept. Oh, it would have qualifies for September as it has stripes. Oh, but it also qualifies for October because it has texture. Perfect. So you're nearly finished. Good. We'll post it in the thread. What else? There's just a bit of random other. Oh, I found more Norway yarn. So the Norway yarn, I'm gonna put it all together, and I have more of it. Oh yes, there's this one. This is a different ball band, but there's some. Oh my gosh, that's sock yarn, you guys. Yeah. Anyways, there's some sweater quantities in here. There's yeah. So this is kind of the odds and ends that are left of my yarn sorting that I will have to get to this weekend in between all my sock knitting. What else? Are you going to do a contrast heel in the new socks? That is a really good question. Where's all my minis? I got some orange. I could do an orange heel in there, couldn't I? Sorry if that's crinkly, you guys. What is this one? So there is an orange one here. Oh, this one was is this one? This was one from our Christmas exchange with the Fiber Friends a couple years ago. I might maybe do. I've got lots of orange. I've got lots of orange. This looks like a larger mini skein. This is a Leo and Roxy creamsicle. Ooh, this one's non-superwash though, so I don't think I would use that. But orange heels would look good in it, wouldn't it? I don't know. I think that would be kind of fun. I will see. I will think about that one. See what else. Oh, I seem to have a lot of orange. There's another orange mini. Does that one, I mean, I suppose they all sort of kind of match, don't they? That one might be kind of fun too. So we got options. We got options. What do you think in the comments? Same color heel or do a contrast? I don't know. Have to think. Could always run out and get a, I don't know. And then what color would you do? I was thinking orange. Could do purple. Could do yellow. I think I would do orange. Any suggestions of what you guys would do? That because then I could do a heel flap and gusset if I changed yarn, couldn't I? If I didn't, I could do a version of a short row. Liz is saying orange, Dawn's saying orange, Nikki's saying orange. Are we all Deborah's saying orange? Are we all saying orange? Oh, Alyssa's saying black. Black would be fun too. Are we all saying orange because that's like when you think Halloween, you think orange? You think pumpkin orange? Alice says orange too. Oh, Cindy says black. And you know what? I don't think I have a black mini. Susie, you like you doing either a contrast heel or toes. Yeah. You like either a heel or toe for pop of color. I know the pop of color is fun, isn't it? Hi, Elena. What are we voting for? Contrast heel or toes for the Halloween socks that won today's vote? Or just do a short row heel out of the shirt? And what color? Or what color? Oh, Nancy says I'd probably just leave it and see what happens. Contrast with black. Okay. Look at that. So that's interesting. Nobody thinks purple. Nobody thinks yellow. Is there any other colors in here? Okay. Well, it sounds like orange. A color that's, oh, are you saying a color that isn't in the skein? Like black. I'm not even really sure. Do you guys see black? There might be. Oh, maybe. Yes, maybe there's some black. Yes, maybe right in the center. Not a lot. It's not one, not in the skein. So what color would you do not in the skein? There's a lot of colors in here. If you're going to keep the Halloween theme, what would you do? Oh my gosh, like a lime green. There's no lime green in here, is there? There's not. Could you lime green? Do I have lime green? I don't think I have lime green. I have a sage green, but I would have to get like a Halloween green, right? I have neon yellow, but that's not the same thing. What Diane says, yes. Okay. Oh, Cindy says burnt orange. Liz says neon green. Oh, gray. Two people are saying gray. Yeah, gray would kind of work too, wouldn't it? Slime green, Nikki says. Katie says green would look good. Or blood red. Ooh, that's possible too. I think the green. I'm just like sitting here thinking, I'm like, okay, red with that. I think with all the colors, it's going to be so bright. You could just add anything in there, couldn't you? Yeah, Lynn says, oh, the red. Yeah, the slimy green. Yeah, I like slimy green. The slimy green would be good. And I'm wondering, okay, so I don't even have to just use a mini. I could just go and look at the, I was going to say 500 skeins of sock yarn that I have and pick a color. Well, no, but then you wouldn't really want to use a little bit for the toe because then you've got a skein of sock yarn that is already short yarn, right? Yeah, probably it's best to stick to a mini. Well, I am going to a fiber show in 2 weeks, so I could look for Halloween minis. Maybe somebody would have some of those there. Maybe, maybe. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to wind this up. I'm going to skein it up. I'm going to get my little short 9-inch circular. Maybe I'll just end up knitting them one at a time. That maybe is what I will do if I can't find another 9-inch circular right off the bat. What else? Do I have anything else? Yeah, just a bunch of part finishes, part starts. I'm just looking at this. Oh, this is a shrug, you guys. Um, yeah, my bag of whips. We'll have to see what happens with that. Um, well, what are you guys all working on? Oh, Rhinebeck. No, I'm not going to Rhinebeck. I'm going to the Woodstock Fiber Festival. Oh, I've got some more sock yarn here. Let me see what is over here. Don't think anything green though. Oh my gosh, there is red. There is red. So, sorry, did I jiggle that? No, was anybody going to Rhinebeck? Yeah, that will be in the same, usually the same weekend. Okay, it doesn't make noise, but let's see. That look blood red to you guys? Would you put that in there? I think this is one that I dyed. 'Cause it's got like homemade dyes on here. Um, ooh, I have no idea what I would use. I don't know what I dyed red for, if it was a Christmassy project. Could do red though, couldn't you? Anyways, good job I haven't put all of this yarn away. I have it all piled around me here so I can take a look. Oh, you love the red, Katie? Oh, Susie's doing socks and crochet blankets. That is so fun. I have got more minis in here. But they're not really Halloween colors. They're fall colors, but not Halloween. I think I would go with the red. I think the red out of those options. Okay. I need to stop looking around here. The more I look, the more yarn I find here. Socks and shawls Nancy's doing. Fantastic. Alyssa, I think this is the third time where I've been hurt. Oh, or was it schoolwork for the first one that I missed? Yes, I saw that you were saying yes, you need to take it easy, do you? You're too hurt. That's not good. Liz, did I buy a notebook for my projects? No, because I actually am going to go back and put them all in Ravelry. I was thinking about this over the weekend and I almost started it. Almost started it. Um, oh, those would make a beautiful fade shawl. I think yes, they would. So yes, I shouldn't scoop one to do socks because yes, it would make a beautiful shawl, wouldn't it? What is this anyways? Wonderland Yarns, Cheshire Cat, um, fingering weight, 100% superwash merino. This stuff here, oh, cats in the coffee must be the colorway. This came from Feather Your Nest in Sarnia a few years ago. And I don't know. I think it was an impulse purchase. I like the colors, so yes, it would be a great shawl project at some point. I'm just going to stick it on a shelf and not think about it for right now. Oh, what is this? I don't know how looking around your room for yarns sounds good to me. Well, I have got lots of options here, that is for sure. Yes. The more I look, the more I find, which is a little worrisome. But I think that's it for like minis and sock yarn. But I'm thinking I've got to have some lime green around here. Or maybe I will take a look at Woolstock and see if anybody has any kind of slime green that I can put that on my list. I feel like every time I go to a wool festival, I always just shop, right? I always just buy yarn because I want it. It's pretty. But this time I'm thinking I might actually go with a bit of a plan and maybe a neon green, a slime green will be on the top of my list to see if I can find for the heels of these socks because that would be really fun. Yes, Katie says those need to stay together. They do. You're right, they do. Working on my Mill Hill scarf, Sally. That sounds lovely. Oh, to PT appointments and oh my goodness. Well, take care of yourself, Alyssa. Oh my gosh. So Alyssa, you and your dad can um reminisce about some of his past injuries and well, I don't know if that's good or bad. You've got company or somebody who knows what you're going through, maybe is a good thing. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so Fiber Friends textured challenge has started. Um, Stripes is finished. I gotta go. Oh, I'll go look and see that we picked the three winners. I'll go check Ravelry and see if anybody has sent me their pattern because I did not do that yesterday or Saturday night. So I will go look tonight and see what the winning patterns are because that's always fun. I love seeing what the winners always pick for their pattern. And what else? Oh my gosh. I feel like I want to sort a little bit more yarn. I want to finish this pumpkin. I want to finish my socks. I want to cast on these new socks. I need to knit on Eric's socks. I have a lot of knitting to do, and um, I'm hoping that things shape up this week, that I will have lots of knitting time. So when I come back here on Monday, it'll be holiday Monday here for us in Canada, but we will do a podcast just the same as always. So if you are not busy with a family dinner, hopefully by 8 o'clock Monday night, hopefully you'll be home and wanting to have a little quiet time to sit with your knitting and we will catch up. And oh, Cindy says you need glow stick from Leo and Roxy for those socks. Well, what do I have here? This is a Leo and Roxy. Is glow stick this one? Oh no, this is no. What is this one? Oh, password. It's like a neon yellow. What is glow stick? Is it green? They'll be at Willstock. I'll be able to check and see what they have. See what they've got for minis. All right. Well, my gosh, I am just looking at this cute little pumpkin and just thinking, I feel like I want to crank out a bunch more of these. Oh, Liz, next Monday's your birthday? Well, this is like the start of your birthday week. That is so exciting. I hope you have big plans. Oh, Cindy says it's a neon greenish color. That's maybe exactly what I need. Glow stick. Okay. I will see if I can try to remember that. I know, Katie, didn't this turn out really cute? I just want to do like a bazillion of these or until I run out of orange yarn, which will not happen because I have a whole other bag of it that I can't reach to show you. Well, thank you, Dawn. Happy Thanksgiving. Yes, for all of us who are in Canada, have a great weekend this upcoming weekend. Eat, lots of pumpkin pie and cranberries and have family time if that is your plan for the weekend. And yeah, it's going to be fun. Hopefully, the weather will be nice. It's always very iffy, can be very cool and rainy, or it can be a beautiful fall day. And I think that's the way it's going to be shaping up, which is always nice because it's always so nice to go for a walk with the leaves turning and it just being a beautiful fall day. So hopefully, we'll get a few days this long weekend of nice weather so people can get out and enjoy the weather before it turns wintry because that is coming next. All right, everybody. Well, thank you, Diane. Have a great weekend, everybody. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Thank you so much. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for voting. I am so excited about these socks. I am even more excited to show that I can actually get a pair of socks knit. Um, be like before Halloween, like, even like the week before Halloween so I can wear them. We'll see how quick I'm going to be. They're self-striping, so it's just going to be vanilla socks. Just let the stripes do their thing. So no pattern reading, no row counting, none of that kind of thing. So it's just going to be a quick knit. Fingers crossed. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for voting. Thanks for hanging out with me on Monday night. It's always a great way to start the week. So, have a great Thanksgiving to everybody who is celebrating this weekend. And we will be back here on Monday with something else to vote on. And hopefully, something else may be finished. Maybe my never ending shawl. Fingers crossed. Have a good week, everybody. And I'll see you all next Monday. Bye.